Hello everyone, today we will talk about one of the top universities in the world, Queen Mary University of London. Today's our guest, Aaron Tyler.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Welcome
nice
to our office, Tashkent.
Thank you for having
We're
me.
really happy to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Can you please introduce yourself to our students?
Yeah, of course. Hi everyone. My name is Aaron Taylor. I'm the Regional Manager for Central Asia at Queen Mary University of London in our Global Engagement team. My role is to support our students coming from Uzbekistan, answer any questions at all about what it's like to be a student at Queen Mary, and just to support them through the whole process as well.
Especially your university is getting more popular in Uzbekistan, ranking, reputation, location, and the popular courses, especially in law, engineering, medical courses. So, and the most questions from students like Queen Mary, which school in Queen Mary is popular nowadays, and opportunities for students?
I think the ones that you mentioned, definitely law, the STEM courses, engineering, mathematical sciences as well. Things like business, economics, some of these other social sciences courses like politics, international relations as well. Yeah. And then also, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. But yeah, I would say those are the kind of the main topics and the ones that Queen Mary are very highly ranked in it as well.
Yes, especially when I remember that last year we went to the Queen Mary University and we did tour engineering school, and we went to the engineering lecture, like it is like students working with mechanically. There is a part of the airplane. It was really interesting. Sometimes I regret why I didn't study in physics. So students really like study, and I saw there. It was really nice to see our students at your university, and they are really happy to study your university. And sometimes they share their experience at your university. I remember I had one of my students is really brilliant and talented student who did master degree in law at your university, and he came back to Tashkent, and I saw him, and I met him, and he shared with me experience at your university. And especially my first question for students who studied in UK, and did you like university? You don't regret to choose university in the UK? And 100% of my students say absolutely no. And as well as the students who studied your university, he sharing experience to me, and he said it was one of the best university in the world. He said there is a lecture, professors, and teaching methods, and he's doing great job here, and also doing experience who get in Queen Mary, and he's really happy to study at your university, and he also encouraged students to study at your university.
That's what we like to hear. Yeah. Well, we love our alumni as well. So even obviously the current students, but also everyone who's graduated, they really help us out with. They're great people to have, great ambassadors for the program as well. So any Uzbekistan alumni that are out there as are watching this, we really appreciate your efforts too. I would think that just to touch on some really important points there that you mentioned. I think the Queen Mary's in a very unique position because it's an old university. It's got a lot of tradition, a lot of history. We're the first ever medical school in the UK back in the 1100s, and then we've been at a university since 1785 as well, so the history is there. Yes. We're very strong in our research, so 92% of the research is world leading or being recognised as excellent, and 7th in the UK as well for that research. So I think in terms of the reputation, there is very strong. But also we're quite a modern university at the same time. So like you said there about those engineering facilities, a lot of the students, even though they do a lot of research in their programs, they do also a lot of practical, gain practical skills and have a lot of practical experiences. So for example, in the engineering school for aerospace engineering, for example, it's one of the only wind tunnels of its size and design in the whole of London. So a lot of other universities come to our campus and use those facilities, those really specialist facilities. And I think that's why students enjoy the programme so much, because they're very immersed in what it's like to be maybe an engineer, an economist, a lawyer. I think they really get immersed in that environment. I think the professors and our teaching staff are very, very supportive of the students too. So not only are they great at what they do and experts in their teaching field, but it's all about that international support as well. So they recognise that we have 46% international students, so that's a massive number of international students on our campus, and it's pretty much at the forefront of our focus. And professors know that, and they're used to that, so they take extra time with students whose first language is English after classes. Any extra support that's needed, then they're very quick to offer that as well. I think just those different combinations are what is a lasting impression on the students at Queen Mary.
Yes, it's great. And most asked questions from students, it is scholarships and entry requirements for our PG courses and UG courses as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So what we do is we take a mixture of lots of different qualifications. So I think the best thing to do would be, they're all available on our website. We have a specific Uzbekistan page that everyone is very welcome to go and visit. And in those entry requirements, whether that's IB, for example, we range from some of the grade requirements start at 30 for some of the courses, 32 for some courses. On average, it's around 34 to 36 points overall, I would say. And some of the top ones are 37, which is law and medicine degrees as well. Some subjects are required at high level for some of those programs as well. So I definitely recommend the students to check out those websites. For those who don't quite make those grades, we do offer foundation programs too, and those are available on the website as well, just to have a look at. In terms of the postgrad entry requirements, again, just a really good way to find those out is on the individual web pages for those schools. What we tend to look at is around about an 80% overall from those bachelor's degrees in Kazakhstan, in Uzbekistan.
Yes.
And what I would say is, if we really like to recognise talent as well, so that's why we've designed our global talent scholarships. That's both for undergraduate students and postgraduate students as well. So for undergraduate students who are applying directly to Queen Mary University, that's £3,000 per year if you achieve over those grade requirements that we ask for. For postgraduate students looking for master's programmes, there are scholarships of £5,000 if you achieve the equivalent of an 80% overall, so a UK 2-1. And then £7,000 if you achieve the equivalent of a UK first degree as well. And recently just launched is our President's Scholarship. So we actually only have 20 of these available, and these are they're competition based, and there's an interview involved, but that's £10,000 off of towards the postgraduate tuition fees as well. So as I say, we really like to recognise the talent of our Queen Mary applicants.
That's great, thank you. And especially your university popular in first Russell Group University and the top 110 in Quest ranking, and many students believe if students study such kind of university, which both Russell Group University and top ranked university, how students get the opportunity to maybe find a job after graduating bachelor or master degree?
Yeah, great question. I think the reputation obviously speaks for itself. Just in the UK alone, we're number 2 for dentistry, number 7 for law. A lot of those subject areas are inside the top 10 for the whole of the UK as well. And that the reputation alone, having a Queen Mary degree, that opens so many doors and allows a lot and lots of connections. The professors that you are taught by and you speak to, they have great connections too. And we, like I was saying before, our alumni are our best friends. They help us with future internships for those future graduates as well. So they like to give back to the Queen Mary community, offer lots of internships on programs. I think our location is very unique as well. So because we're just at the start of the east side of London, it's very close to Canary Wharf too. So that's where you have those big name companies like KPMG, Goldman Sachs. We've got connections with Airbus, Rolls-Royce. A lot of graduates have secured roles in those companies as well. So I think in terms of that support, in terms of how we're trying to design your career and help you with your career, There are lots and lots of things available. Just to mention a couple of things, for example, the Business and Economics School has 120 different careers events across the whole year that students can get involved in. And that's a mixture of guest speakers coming in and talking about their pathway, and also just some careers events where you can take your CV along, learn about different internship competitions from those companies. And also students who graduate are eligible for up to 3 years support afterwards as well. So that's like practice interviews and everything like that as well.
This is a good point for students.
Yeah.
Yes, and especially accommodation for undergraduate and postgraduate. And many parents who wants to their children study outside Uzbekistan, especially they worry about their living and accommodation and student life. And students, how can students get the school accommodations for especially students who are under 18 and postgraduate students?
Yeah, so we are at Queen Mary. It's the only Russell Group university with a campus. So it's a campus university, and it's very rare and very unique to be able to say that for the centre of London as well.
Yes,
in such a busy city, really having that, you get a student life and you get a really sense of student community there. So around walking around the campus, it's all the buildings are together. You're talking maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds to and from your classrooms and the accommodation that's on campus as well. I think that is just really beneficial from a safety, security point of view. I think from like a commuting point of view as well, you don't know, you can wake up at 5 to 9 and still make your classes, for example. And just having that in the centre of London, you're only 10 minutes away from the rest of the centre of London as well, on most of those major tube lines, which is really, really good. There are so many accommodation options. I think too many to name off the top of my head, but all of those are on campus as well, and those are guaranteed for the first year students as well.
Of course, yes.
And average, I was just going to talk about the average rental prices is around £200 per week, so £800 per month. And that's private bedroom, private bathroom, shared kitchen with about 3 or 4 different students, which is really, really good price for the centre of London as well.
Especially your accommodation website, it's easy to find accommodation, and there is a like a virtual like a student can see.
You can see yourself inside.
Yes, it was, and there is so easy to find, and there is a room with price, and there is a virtual like picture the student can.
That's good. Yeah,
imagine.
It's only a £300 deposit as well to secure that room. So we always recommend, if you're an offer holder and you're still unsure, we still recommend going for that option anyway. It's, as I say, £300 just to secure that space.
Yeah, great. And we have students who are living student accommodation, and there is a good reviews from them. Yes, and they say they don't need to go by bus or train to lose a waste of their time. They say it's only 5-minute walk from accommodation to lecture room. Can you share your opinion, Uzbek students at Queen Mary University of London?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we do have a very strong number of students from Uzbekistan studying at Queen Mary and Central Asia in general as well. So we have our societies that the students can join and meet with other students from Uzbekistan. So we have around 40 to 50 students on campus at the moment across all degrees, and then lots of others from other Central Asian universities as well. So I think just having that community on campus really helps you settle in very well. I think, like I mentioned before, just having that campus atmosphere helps you feel very welcome as well. As someone who isn't from London, I'll hold my hands up and say I'm not from London, but coming to campus, I feel so welcome. I think it's such a nice environment to be able to practice being to practice your trade and to become a student and to really excel in your career and being a Queen Mary student as well. We just like to try and offer as much support as possible. I think our connections with Uzbekistan as well are also very strong. So I'm here in Tashkent today. We've brought 5 other staff members from Queen Mary as well to come and meet students at local schools, local universities, just to really talk more about Queen Mary and show the students how important you are to us and the student community at Queen Mary. We also have a partnership with El Yurt Umidi Foundation, so we work really closely with them. They come and present our events sometimes as well, and we have a meeting with them tomorrow just to discuss how best we can support other future Uzbek students starting this September or in the future as well.
Yes, and especially our students getting more good support from our government to study one of the best universities in the world, especially your universities. So that's great. So it is really pleasure to see you in our office in Uzbekistan, especially. Welcome and thank you for to coming to our office, Tashkent, and join our interview podcast for our agency.
You're very
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you for having me.